Well, hey guys, what's going on? It's Stef here. I hope you've been well. I know I have, and it's time for another metal detecting, relic hunting adventure. As you may recall from the announcement I made in the video 2 weeks ago, I was actually up at the Bone 31 hunt in New Hampshire this past week, which is why I did not drop a video last Monday as I usually do. Now, generally when I'm at these events and I'm representing Minelab, I don't really have a whole lot of time to hunt because I am there solely to work and interact with you guys. So when I do get to slip away and hunt for a day, it's a real treat. I don't even care what I find. It's just awesome to actually be out in the field. Not to mention on this adventure, I am out with my great friends Gypsy Jewels of the Zero Discrimination YouTube channel, Digger Degaz, and Miguel from Garrett Metal Detectors. I don't get too many opportunities to hunt with these guys unless the stars align and we can both get out in the field on the same day at an event. The stars did align this time, and for the first time in probably a few years, I got to go out and hunt with them. We had an absolute blast at a really old tavern site. And of course, per usual, I don't want to spoil too much, but I almost made the biggest newbie mistake that you can make, and that's kind of sad for being in the hobby for over 7 years now, so you'll get to enjoy that mishap, along with some old coinage and a military relic that I never would have expected to find all the way up in New Hampshire. So without further ado, let's hop in. Alright, well, this was quacking a 90 something. I didn't film it because it was very shallow, although we are in a turned field, so I guess I should have done that. We have a D-buckle, and I actually haven't seen one quite like this. Like rounded on this side, and pretty flat on the other. That's actually kind of cool. Might be on the older side. Don't know, but it's a great signal, and we just got here, so high hopes. So I got a 35 signal, and I also got a gypsy.
Hey!
We're here at Bone this week with Garrett.
I came over here to see what Stef's got.
Yeah, I just shouted something across the field that interested this one, as it should. Oh man, I'm not even gonna pretend it just came out like, well, it did come out like that, but I cheated and looked at it. Look at it.
Oh!
It's an infantry button. Holy crap, is this one piece or two? That might be, I can't tell. No, it's 2 piece.
It's 2 piece.
Yeah, holy, we've been here for 5 minutes. Been here 5 minutes. It's an old tavern site that we're at right now. I didn't say that when I just stuck a D-buckle.
The old tavern was back this way, and there's an old barn over here.
Yeah.
Last year we found some pretty cool stuff at this spot, or, well, not last year, but previous time we were here.
You know what I just realized is everything I can hear in my headphones, the audience can hear as well. I forgot about that. Sorry for all the beeping, guys, but...
And I'm right by your coil.
Yeah, you are. That's what I can hear. Okay, I'm going to brush that off. We'll come right back with it, but that's going to be beautiful. That's awesome. So there it is, just brushed off, and that is the most beautiful military button I've probably ever dug, at least condition-wise. That is an incredible piece of history. I do think it is going to be pre-Civil War, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to look this up in the Albert's button book when I get home, so hopefully there will be something on the screen right about now telling you when this was from. And the back mark, I can't quite make it out yet. It's very, very bright out here today, as you can see, so I'll take a closer look at that when I get back, but yeah, that's amazing. Very, very happy with that find. So I also found a Miguel today from Garrett Metal Detectors. You guys probably recognize him. And he just found a dandy button here.
Dandy button.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're in Texas, right? Because you work at home office, so you're down south. You don't really get to dig this stuff too often.
We don't see dandies.
No. That's great. Yeah, he dug one hell of a button here 5 years ago. It was your GW. That was amazing.
Yep.
So this is the place for it.
I'm glad to come back up here.
Yeah, awesome.
See if we can find some more.
Yeah. So I'm also out here today with Digger Degaz. She is awesome, good friend of mine, known her for years. And I didn't film this target. I have been filming all of the wrong ones today, evidently. And 2 awesome things happened. This is the first thing I dug out of the hole before I found my target. Amanda, can you shout over information about this this type of bottle?
Looks like Stoddard glass, early
Early, yeah. 18th century, probably.
Yep, and I mean, we're at that type of site.
Yeah, we're at a tavern, like I said earlier in the video, so that is really, really cool. I'm gonna keep that and just try not to stab myself with this in my pouch. But I had a deep, like 40s to 50s signal mixed in with a bunch of iron because that's what's in every hole out here. And I can't believe it. I got a wee crotal bell. Rewind that. You know what, let's just get back to the action and maybe we'll loop back around to this later in the video. It's so tiny. And right now I'm kind of trying to look for damage that I inflicted, which I didn't, which is amazing. I was chopping away at this hole like you wouldn't believe. Oh, it is so cool. It's got the pedal design, that's a nice bronze. That's going to be 18th century to early 19th century. And there might be a maker there, I'm not sure. Or it'll just have the size. But I can feel the iron dingler has kind of burst out of this, so I don't think this is actually going to ring again. But it sure is beautiful. I'm going to clean that up and I'll come back with it. That's an awesome find. Okay, well there's not much to do with field cleaning this. I did rub this off more. It's going to have a beautiful design. And like I said, this is going to be late 1700s to early 1800s. And I can tell this is a loop shank versus a drilled shank. The ones with the drilled shanks are late 1800s, early 1900s typically for crotal bells. And this is absolutely tiny. I think this is going to be a 0 or a 1 for size. And it just seems like I can only ever find tiny ones, but I'm never going to complain about it. That is so cool. Gotta love it. I figured while we're here, we should do a check-in with Amanda because, well, I haven't really seen what you found today yet. So
So I've been working. This is definitely seems like a fire of a barn pit or whatnot. So I got like this pretty, and it's got ornate.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
Huh. Some kind of leather attachment or something?
Yep. Some type of, might have a name on it. I'm not sure. I didn't
That'd be
see
cool
any design.
if it did, yeah, once you clean it up.
Parasol.
Yep.
And then, you know, like big iron. Found this weird.
I still love that you
we
put
don't
your
know
big
what that
iron
is.
in the box.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, it looks like something.
yeah,
And then, you know,
I
the
get
little
that.
metal, I forget what these are. They go in the leather for like dogs.
Oh, yeah, there's leather,
or the horses.
They're just leather tacks, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, find those all the time, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Any
So-
early site, they're ubiquitous.
Yeah, so gotta pull the nails, gotta get the iron out, and
Yep. Nice. I've mostly been digging trash, so
yes.
a few goodies in between. Okay, well, I happened to be going back down the path where I dug my crotal bell, and I have another signal down there. Take a listen. Huh. Don't forget to double check your holes, folks. Oh, guys, I feel like an idiot, but I'm so happy at the same time. I really wouldn't have expected this because, you know, this is all raised. I don't know. I thought it may have been turned or moved, but anyway, I got down to it and I just rolled it out over here. And just so you don't think I'm lying, there's the first one I dug. I got a crotal bell spill. Like, what? I've heard of this happening with people on numerous occasions, actually. Well, not numerous, a few times. Because they'll just, you know, these will be all strapped together. And I'm very excited, so I'm just going to stutter, whatever, get my way through this. But anyway, they'd be all on a strap. I'll throw up an image on the screen for you right now so you can see how these were situated on horses back in the late 1700s up through the early 1900s. Again, these are both old. These are late 17s to early 1800s. Let me see if we have a maker's mark. It doesn't appear that we do, but you never know. And this one's definitely gonna, I can feel the little jingler in there. So, needless to say, I'm not walking away. I'm gonna recheck the hole. I can't believe I forgot to do that. It's a really noob move for me to do that, but I think we are all guilty of doing that from time to time, so okay, I'll get back with you if there's more. Well, there you have it. This is the one that I just dug. I just realized I hadn't come back with this cleaned off yet. There's still a little bit of iron from the hook that this would have been on coming through the shank, but yeah, definitely same size. I think they're the exact same size. Oh, that's awesome. I did re-swing the hole. I didn't hear anything else. I also fished around with the pinpointer and nothing but nails, so we'll keep moving. And since we know at least one of these bells will ring, let's take a listen. Beautiful sound. One of the first times anybody has heard that in well over 200 years. You gotta love it. Well, Gypsy over here came to find me because she thought she might have something pretty interesting, which I'm holding in my hand.
I sure was hoping.
Yeah.
Is it in your hand?
It is in my hand. I was going to show the audience real quick. It really has the characteristics of a kettle point, and the Native Americans would either use like scissors or a chisel, and that looks more like work with a chisel.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not prevalent on this side, and the other side, I don't know. I'm really on the fence. I'm on the fence.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I called Stef over. I'm
leaning now. It just it doesn't quite have the right patina, but this is a weird site because Amanda was saying it was a burn down. So
yeah.
I don't know. I can't confirm or deny, but definitely don't throw it out.
Okay.
Unless I call you and tell you it's absolute hot garbage.
Fingers crossed it's something amazing like kettle point, but anyway.
Oh, hey, it's something. Have you dug anything else to speak of, or?
Nothing to speak of at this site, but
yeah.
You know.
Well, you guys did good yesterday before I got into town, yeah.
I'm ready to go find another spot, I think.
Right.
But Miss Crotobell there.
Yeah, I was almost dreading you finding out. I didn't know that Gypsy's white whale is a complete crotobell. And then I just dug the second one out of the hole right after we talked about it. So I was making my way over quietly. But
she's going to have to show it to me.
Yeah, oh, I'm going to. All right.
All right, folks. Let's go find some more.
Yep. All right. So we have coinage now.
I just dug a 1797 copper.
Ooh, Dre bust. Nice. That's awesome. Is that your oldest copper?
Probably.
Yeah, from over here, though.
Yeah, I've got King George's.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, maybe oldest American, though.
Maybe.
That's awesome. And, oh, the reverse is really worn. That's weird. But, awesome coin. I love it.
Awesome.
Yay!
Thank you.
Congrats. What a fun day out in the field at an event with friends that I haven't seen in far too long. But we're not quite finished here yet, because the next day, during a very rare lull in action at the Minelab booth, somebody dug one of my white whales probably 10 feet in front of our flags. So, you know I have to share that. No, it wasn't. Crazy.
That's not anything from that.
So this is Justin over here. He helps with the bone hunt. And this is Sheila. We're literally behind. I'm making everybody dizzy right now. We're right in front of the Minelab tent. It's Minelab day over here. It's Friday. Make everyone dizzy. Move back nice and slow. And she just got a signal, and she's like, is this a button or because there was dirt all over it. She just got a seated Liberty halftime. You can see that it's holed there. And people would have done that to be able to keep coins on a string or in their pockets or sewed into clothes that way, just they wouldn't lose them. Clearly not a very effective method. But that is awesome. This is really funny that you dug it right here, because this is my white whale. It's like the one seated coin that I can't find. I've got everything else but the halftime and the 20-cent piece. So
it's my first.
That's your first halftime period?
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, congrats. Do you need a spray bottle, or you got one?
I don't know. It came out of the dirt.
I'm getting you a spray bottle.
I don't have a spray bottle.
No, I'm going to grab you one. Hold on to that.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Oh, my...
I can tell how stoked you are. Oh my god. Yeah. That's great. Fantastic. Okay, I'll be back with a spray bottle for you. All right, back with the spray bottle. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. Love it, love it. Just dug my white whale right in front of me. The hole's right through her head. That's kind of funny. 1853 with arrows. So, and you know, you can kind of tell that it was up against other coins on a string because it's so worn right there.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Maybe there's more in the hole.
Yeah, I would check that. That's awesome. Congrats again.
Thank you.
I'm telling you guys, that seated halftime is getting closer and closer. I can smell it. But anyway, congratulations to Sheila for that awesome coin. Congrats to Miguel, Amanda, and Gypsy on your great finds when we were out at the tavern. It was awesome to see you guys again. Now, before we get out of here, guys, if you have made it this far and you haven't already done so, please go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss a thing from me in the future. It means so much to me when you take the time to subscribe and come back week after week. It's what keeps this channel thriving, growing, and of course, it keeps encouraging me to make these videos for you. So with that, it's a wrap, and we will see you next week.